Years, the DNR is in the middle of a bear study in Wisconsin. Check out this bear. Jenny Lance of Holman, which is in the western part of the state, snapped these shots of a black bear in her yard. Jenny says black bears have been spending time in her yard since 2008. She took these pictures in March. Fox 11's Emily Deem is with the Wisconsin DNR this morning, checking out how they conduct this study, and she joins us live from Peshtigo this morning. Good morning, Emily.
Hey Pete, good morning to you. Well, the volunteers are helping the DNR in northern Wisconsin, and they're placing bait boxes out in the wilderness. And we're going to show you this right here, which is actually bait that goes inside the boxes. We have peanut butter, marshmallows, and tetracycline. That tetracycline is a main ingredient for the bear population survey, the 2011-2012 bear population survey. We're out here right now with Dave Hoffman, who is here with me. He is a wildlife biologist for the DNR. Volunteers are very important for this study. We are in Marinette County, which is one of 31 counties that are participating in this survey. Dave, tell us, this is kind of the starter kit for the volunteers, so take us through this.
Yeah, like you said, Emily, we recruited volunteers from the general public, from conservation groups around the state, Wisconsin Bear Hunters Association, and retired gentlemen. Some school groups were contacted coordinators in each county, and then we have them attend a training session where they pick up these supplies. Besides the bait in the box, which we've already talked about, each volunteer picks up an instruction sheet, and they go through a training session as well. They're given a map of the location where they'll be putting the bait out. It's an aerial photograph where they can find the best bear habitat to place the bait. And then they'll have a survey sheet form to fill out when they put the bait out, and then when they pick it back up again to identify what hit the bait and whether it was hit by a bear or not, and how many of the tetracycline pills were consumed.
So let's go over that and why the tetracycline is key.
Okay, the tetracycline marks the bear's bones. It puts a dye, it dyes the bone, a bone layer in their bone. When the bear is harvested in this fall or the following fall, we'll be able to look at that bone sample under a microscope and determine whether it was marked with the tetracycline pill or not.
And you're asking hunters for that?
Right, the hunt.
So for where we are right now, we're in Marinette County, and we're in Peshtigo at the service center out here, and we're actually going to be going to set some of these, because how many more places do you have to set these bait boxes?
We have about 40 left to do yet in Marinette County. There's volunteers out there yet that want to help. They can contact the wildlife biologists.
And May 15th, what is the date for May 15th? Why is that significant?
May 15th marks the latest. We want the baits to be out on the landscape for 2 to 3 weeks, and May 15th is the last date to hang baits, because we need to have them all back off the landscape by the 31st.
31st. And then after the season goes through and the hunting season, when will the numbers be out?
Sometime in 2013, I imagine.
Okay. Well, we're going to be heading out, putting these boxes in trees. We're going to hang them. So we're going to show you how that's done coming up in a little bit. We'll send it back to you.
Good. You're heading out there to help them out with it, Em?
Yep.